on board Rohan Verma, CEO and ED at MapmyIndia, to talk about their numbers as well. And very good afternoon to you, Rohan. Thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now. Obviously, good set of numbers, but also what is exciting is on your app stores. The app has surely been booming over there, is what the word is coming in over there. So interesting over there. Congratulations on that as well. And, Rohan, I'm going to start by, just talking about in terms of the numbers and overall the addressable market you have. You've managed to give a decent set of numbers. You've seen a good growth this time around. What is it that is, you are seeing in terms of the growth for the long term for the company, in terms of the opportunity that you're seeing in the addressable market share and how you expect to grow going forward?
Thanks a lot for having me. Yeah, I mean, in June, we kind of did an analyst and investor day to give a sense of what the use cases are and how they're developing for MapmyIndia with its broad products and portfolio, broadly across maps, APIs, digital transformation, and N-Case suite for automotive OEMs. And it's quite exciting to see the uptake in the market. And if you look at it, that's what gives us this confidence that in the next 4 or 5 years, we'll see 1,000+ crore revenue milestone for the company going forward. I apologize for that. So, I mean, that's the interesting thing, whether it's connected cars, ADAS, electric cars, or even mobility as a service, whether it's digitization of logistics to create efficiency, or it's just generally consumer tech picking up where maps are being used, or enterprises digitally transforming, or the government's governance and infrastructure agenda. In all these spaces, our products are being used. And that's kind of the exciting thing across maps, IoT, even now drones. And then, of course, the B2C side with the Mappls app being really liked by consumers, and the word of mouth kind of spreading around how it's so much better than the preloaded Google Maps on phones.
Right. Rohan, one more thing I want to pick up. You did mention the 1,000 crores, right? And surely that's a nice and big number that is coming in there. But, looking at the opportunity that you're talking about, how much, you're expecting in terms of growth there, isn't it a bit conservative then? And could we expect the company to be better than the 1,000 crore mark and growth over there then?
Oh, of course, we have many more plans for what the company is going to do in the next 4 or 5 years. We haven't really talked about consumer. We haven't really talked about international. We haven't really talked about drones, and we haven't talked about what we haven't done or what we haven't talked about yet. So the objective was to give some clarity. We're a new type of company, new industry. We're the market leader, probably the only person or only player in this space. And I think it gave good confidence to people that, whether it's banking or fintech or, energy companies or logistics or even the new future of mobility, where MapmyIndia is placed with our products and solutions. So, yeah, we're quite bullish. We're quite excited for the future, and we're working hard towards that.
Right. Mr. Verma, this is Ankita joining in now. Good to hear you speak about the growth prospects. But, Q1 saw good growth, but margins slipped to 41% versus 46% on a year-on-year basis. What exactly would be the sustainable level then?
What we've talked about is 40% plus EBITDA margins in the year. And quarter on quarter, if you see, it was 40.9 or 40% something, and now 41.9%. So we're happy with our EBITDA margins. The focus is also how do we grow, and I would also say look at us on a year basis. So if you looked at all of FY23 versus what you'll end up seeing all of FY24. I think that's the focus. So, and EBITDA growth is also quite strong. It's an all-time EBITDA high, all-time revenue high, all-time PAT high in this quarter.
Right. Rohan, one more thing I want to just understand. I'm going to mix in two questions in one. One is going to be in terms of new client additions that have been there in a mobility segment, and do you see that as a growth driver? As well as just in terms of the competition that has been coming in your space overall. If you could talk about that also in different segments, how is that coming for the company?
Yeah, the Sorry. Yeah, customer additions in mobility, automotive, consumer tech, enterprise is broad based. In mobility, for example, you're seeing, uh, I mean, on the smaller side, a lot of schools taking our school bus and child safety management solutions, which are IoT led, or you're seeing the new connected vehicles, be it the new EVs, especially from large players like Hero Motorcorp, or even the upstarts like Ultraviolet. Of course, a bunch of existing EV players already are our customers, and their sales are increasing. And then on the ONDC, Open Network Digital Commerce side, bunch of ONDC enabled apps, whether on the hyperlocal commerce or even on the mobility, side, are signing up and using. So in that sense, we're quite happy that we're able to participate in the economic growth and the technology or tech aid of the country across sectors. We are well placed to kind of be an integral part of that growth, because maps and APIs and digital transformation, our solutions go cut across sectors. When it comes to competition, see, I always say that it's not easy to build this map data product or map data platform that MapmyIndia has built over the last 28 years. It's not just a function of capital. It's a function of having that first mover advantage, of having mapped the country so long ago, and
Right.
then using a lot of advanced technology where
Right.
we are actually at the cutting edge, and the
Yeah.
use cases that we have around that, which keep fueling back improvements in the map. It's not
Absolutely.
that easy for somebody else to come in, and by the time they come in, we are
Right.
advancing, towards this 4D digital map twin and bunch of
Uh-huh.
advanced software. So
Okay.
we'll keep our moat, we'll keep our competitive edge.
Right. Thank you so much, Rohan, for giving us your time today on ET Now. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for joining in with us. And on that note, viewers, we're going to sip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more after the break.